Jackpot Mike here, and we're back on an online crane game, and we're going to be winning some Pokemon and other prizes. Now, right off the bat, you may be looking at this and saying, this is weird, this is vertical. This is a screen capture on my phone. This is live recorded, and we are playing a physical game located in Japan in the comfort of our living room. And this is pretty fascinating. This is a two-prong Japanese-style UFO catcher. They have all different kinds of setups. And this one has these slanted V-shaped bars in a little black box. And what you need to do is you need to manipulate that box to fall through and down into the pit. It can be off the front, off the back, through the bars, however you can do it. Now, if you want more information on this, watch some of my other videos in this series. As you can see, this box is moving right along. Now, a lot of these games, they want you to play it 20 times. After you play it 20 times, you get an adjust, and a live attendant will come and basically put it so you can just tap it in and win it. This game was way too easy. The Pokemon prizes are always husbanded, and they carefully put those on some of their hardest games. This happened in the wee hours of the night. As you can see, it's after midnight, and it was a brand new setup, and I just started jumping in and winning this. So I'm trying to move this box over to the wide part of the bars, and ideally you can get it to go sideways as well, because it'll have a much easier time falling if it's sideways. Wow, look at that. Now I'm starting to really get somewhere. After only a, handful and some tries, we're all the way at the other end, and it's starting to turn sideways, and it's just barely hanging on. I can't wait to get this. This is for a mystery Pokemon, one of any of the ones shown. Oh, look at that. It's hanging on by a dog hair. Come on. Pancakes and poker chips. We're ready to win this. Here we go. Woo! And as you can see, woo! We won it. And I found this Rillakkuma claw machine. And this is just a standard 3-prong machine. Now, these are kind of rigged on the payout, but I figured I'd give it a couple tries because it was for a Rillakkuma prize. It was for a random Rillakkuma prize, which is kind of exciting, but it wasn't having it. So, you know what? Let's go back to the Pokemon game. As you can see, this is moving kind of fast. I sped it up, so it's not going to be as slow-paced as it would be online. And we're back at this Pokemon, and that's the starting position. And the box is moving right along. Right off the bat, the box starts tumbling and moving. The claw is very strong. Now, you might notice the claw kind of goes down at an angle. The claw gantry has a cord on it, and they can tie the cord at the top, which means when the claw goes down, it actually turns it. That's something that they can do, or they can negate. And they will do that to make the game a lot harder and trickier, especially with the V-bar, because now it's kind of coming down and it can catch on those sticky bars. Look at this. A handful of plays in. Again, we're almost all the way to the end. This box is moving right along. With this kind of a setup, you kind of just have to move the box over, and then you have to use your wile and your wits to get it to fall in once it's at the end. As you could see, I started moving it a little bit slower. I kind of stabbed the bars a couple of times. Not ideal, but we're still getting progress. We're not going backwards. Oh my gosh, look at that. It actually caught on the corners of the box and rolled like a wheel. It is all the way down there. Now it's hard to see. It's so far down. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, all we really need to do is get some kind of a grab. People are getting in the reserved list. They want to come in and steal this prize. They know it's right there. It's like in such a weird place, it's hard to reach. This can be a downside when you're playing this game. Sometimes you can put stuff in a bad spot. Oh my gosh, look at that. It rolled over and did that somersault, and now it's like all the way here in the end. I can taste another Pokemon. Where is it? Okay, we spun it around, and the good thing is, if you can see, it's starting to go long ways horizontal. So if I can kind of get in there... Oh no, I respun it. Well, that just happened. Anyways, I wanted to get it to go horizontal because it's going to fall in. This was also on a discount, so it was cheaper to play. Okay, I think that's the key. I think we just have to do that one more time. Come on, this should be it. Oh no, I spun it again. Oh my gosh, it's bubble bobbling, weeble wobbling. Okay, this is giving me a little bit more trouble than the first time, but... Yes! Oh, score! Pika, Pika! We got another Pokemon. I'm back at this Rillakkuma thing because I'm feeling it. After winning 2 Pokemon, I'm like, this thing's got to be ready for me. Okay, I'm not going to stay all day. I'm just going to pick at it, and what's going to happen? Oh, it didn't grab it. It didn't drop it, I mean. Holy cow, we won a Rillakkuma and 2 Pokemon. We're starting off with a bang, and I can't believe no one else is playing this. So I'm going to play this one again. Now, the second try, I had a little bit of trouble at the end, but we got there very quickly, and that's a big deal. Also, like I said, this was on a discount, so it was cheaper to play this than like any of the other games around. And you know, most games are 120 crystals. This one was only 80. So it's like, holy cow, look at that. It's moving so far, so fast. Again, we really ideally would kind of want to try to rotate it. If it's up and down like that, it's going to be harder to win. Okay, that time it did a flipper flopper, but it's still moving over. Can we get it? Oh, that was nice. I kind of pushed the top over sideways a little. As you can see, the one side of the box is just barely on that bar. Remember that those bars have a silicone wrap, which is sticky. So it's like literally off on one corner and just barely hanging on by one corner. I want to just get it in there and just... Oh, I stabbed the bar. Stabula. Stabbage, cabbage. Never a good thing on these. That's an instant loss. But it's okay. We had fun. It's good. Okay, we did it. 3 Pokemon. This is exciting. Those are hard to get. All right, now we're on to this crazy fat cat. And this is a weird setup. It's like this, I don't know, this paper towel roll or this tube. And it's on a sticky bar in the back. It's got some kind of weight in it. And the front is on like an elastic string. Now, I think the idea is you're supposed to pick this up dead center. And it's supposed to come up and bounce on that. And as it bounces, it's maybe slowly going to inch forward. Basically, you're not going to be able to win. I had different ideas. I was like, let's see what we can do if we can get this thing to go sideways and how it's going to react. Maybe the top will roll off. Something's going to happen. And wow, it's moving crazy fast. I mean, usually the claws are not that strong and things do not move that fast. So I'm getting excited. I'm smelling a good victory on this. Oh my gosh. Now you see, it picked it up and it bounced. And I think you're kind of supposed to do that with it just aimed straight to middle and it would just slowly inch or roll around. But we're going to keep moving on a sideways attack. Now, when I did that, the top actually rolled over a little. So even if it rolls backwards, as long as we can keep that top rolling over to the side, it's either going to roll off the edge or the other side's going to come off the edge, and we're going to get this. I mean, look at that. It is really close. I am smelling victory. There's already people in the reserved list. The Hounds are waiting to strike flesh and steal this win from me. I thought this was going to be it. Oh, and it got a wonky bounce. Oh, man, it came out of that claw awful. But the top still moved. It's okay. It's okay. We're making progress, and we're good. You know we're going to get this. This is an awesome prize. If anyone knows what kind of cat this is, let me know in the comments. I'm really excited. I can't wait to get this prize. I love when they put new setups on that you have to use your creativity to try to win. And this is definitely one I've never seen before. Oh! Again, it got a really weird bounce, and it kind of bounced and resetted. But if you notice, the top still moved down and over to the right a little, and it's barely hanging on that. So we are still making progress. Look at that. See how the top is like rolling off? So we're definitely getting somewhere, and the claw is strong. This is going to be an exciting win. I just can't wait to get this prize. Yes! Did you see that? Oh, that was awesome. Boom! Oh, that was epic. Okay, that's amazing. That's just absolutely nice. That's nuts. We're winning so many prizes, and we're not taking any adjustments. I'm searching around, and I find this Sumiku Garashi kitchen set. I hate that setup. I'm not going to bore you with it, and it's almost impossible. It's rigged. But I found another one with this great traditional setup, and it's the same thing. It's a kitchen set. It's just a different color scheme. A lot of their prizes, they have the same prize in 2 colorways. That's all. First prize, I got lagged. The first play, I just completely missed it. You want to wrap the claws around this ball and slide it on this V-bar. It's a traditional ball on a V-bar setup. As you see, the bar gets opener, more wider at the end. So you want to stab this ball, drag this ball, push this ball, do anything you can to get it to go down this bar. Now, if you can get around it just right, you can get a lot of movement. That just moved a thing. That just moved a ton. And you don't have to get it all the way. You only really have to get it so it's like halfway down or something, and basically the middle of the ball is touching the post, and then you could just poke it from the top, and it pokes right through. So you don't have to get it all the way across. They were also nice enough to put tape on it. I think what they did is they used that tape to put the two halves of the ball together, but it's an extremely nice visual marker as to where the middle of the ball is in relation to the bars. So when that tape is down on the bars, then I know it's going to be ready to poke it through. Another thing that's tricky with this is what you call like a sunk cost fallacy machine. So I know this going into it. When it's on top of the bars, the ball has very little resistance and it tends to slide very fast. As you start moving over, it starts going lower and lower. The crane will always go down the same amount. So as it goes lower and lower, the crane can't get underneath it as well, and there's more resistance on the bars. Both of those add up, and it starts moving a lot slower. And then you kind of get this trapped feeling. It's okay. I know we can win this. It's actually getting pretty close. I'm trying to get under the back corner in between the bar, and by doing that, I can kind of like jam that little point in there and get a little lift up and slide. It's going to be faster than the micro movements from just going for the middle of it. So again, I'm just trying to go for that back corner, and it is moving. In fact, it's really close. Look at where that yellow tape is. Can't wait to get this prize. Okay, boom. As you can see, we're still getting decent movements. It's more than halfway. It's very close. Just like I said, between that back bar and the side of the ball, if I can get the tip of that claw wedged in there, that's my most effective way to get movement. I mean, look at that. The tape is pretty much on the bar now. What do you think? Is it ready for a stab? Let's do one more for good measure. That's what I always like to say. Now it's ready. You can just see it. The tape is right on the yellow bar. It's halfway through. All you got to do is line it up right and just stab it with the tip. Boom! And just push it through. Oh! Awesome! Sumikko Gurashi kitchen set. We are winning these prizes like pancakes and poker chips. And now look what I found. This incredible, like, giant waifu body cushion. And it's Cardcaptor Sakura with cinnamon roll. Epic prize. These are really hard to win. And there's this pod that has weights in it. Of course, everything is weighted. And they have it on this tilted, like, platform. Now, most people would try to, like, line it up dead center and pick up the front, and it would bounce or maybe millimeter inch forward. I'm not having that. So I'm actually stabbing through just off center of the pod. And what by doing that is it's forcing the tip of that prong underneath the corner and the edge. And by doing that, I'm hoping to off-center slide it one way or the other. And as you can see, every time I slide it, not only does the entire mass of this pod slowly move forward, but it rotates. And it might be deceptive because you think I'm just turning it, but you're not. You are sliding it down. That's perfect. Oh, it didn't. You can see how heavy it is. It just, if you don't get a right pull or just the right angle, it's not going to move at all. But basically stabbing through and catching the corner is the way to move this. Look at this. That's epic. See how I got all the way down there? Oh my gosh, look at the movement on that. We are definitely going to win this and win this soon. I cannot wait. I'm really excited. Okay, we're still getting movement. It's getting really, really close to the point. I mean, it's hanging off the edge. All you got to do is stab it in the right place, and the whole thing will just flip over or swivel over. What's going to happen? Oh, boom! We won it! This giant Cardcaptor Sakura prize. This is absolutely off the chain. Okay, now we're here, and we found this Fans Giant French Toast Pillow. I've already won one of these before. It's really soft and amazing. Look at that! Oh my gosh! I got caught on the wrapping. They used like a stretch wrap or a heat shrink wrap. And when they wrapped up that prize, and the claw got caught in the seam, and almost like 1-in-1. That's absolutely bonkers. Now the idea is to try to get this to go parallel with that slot, and it's wedged. Or is it? Now as you can see, one end is actually like fatter, and one end is actually thinner. I want to try to lift up the lighter end, because it's going to be easier to lift, And in doing that, my goal is to hopefully rotate the other end. It doesn't always work. Okay, did you see that? That was a dream scenario. I lift up the lighter end, and even though it didn't lift it up a lot, what it did is it slid and rotated. So I don't know if this is going to get stuck. This prize does get stuck very often. It's a very narrow slot. Can we do the same thing and rotate it and get it in? Oh my gosh, we won a giant French toast pillow. This is absolutely crazy. We're winning so many prizes. All right, everybody. I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. We won 3 Pokemons right off the bat. We won a Rillakkuma on a 3-prong claw machine. We won a ton of other prizes. I mean, we didn't have to go through a single adjustment. We won all these prizes very quickly, very easily. We had a ton of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions about this, it's Tokyo Catch, an online crane game app. You can get it for iOS and for Android and on your computer. All the gems we played off were still free gems from the Black Friday sales. And I can't wait to get my prizes and maybe do unboxings and show these to you. So without further ado, I'm going to wish you all a good evening, a good day, and I hope to see you soon. Like I said, please like and subscribe, and catch you in the next video.